Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Sane of Legend with another old school RuneScape video. Today we are going to head over to the God Wars dungeon. Fastest way there is a Gold Miles Hilt. We have our 4 God protection items, Zamorak Blessing, Armadillo Cloak, Ceradome and Vambraces, and Bandos Boots. We're going to be bringing the Crystal Armor and the Fabled Bofa for maximum DPS. So you don't necessarily need the hilt for the combat achievements. You could also use Trollheim teleport tablets. They bring you relatively to the same spot. You just have to run past some thrower trolls. You make your way down into the God Wars dungeon. Bring yourself a rope if this is your first time coming here. And we are going to be targeting and killing the Aviansies. Now, my way of usually doing these types of grinds are with minimal to absolutely no supply cost. So if you're wondering why I'm not using a ranging potion or maybe stronger bolts or ranging setup, it's because I don't want to have to calculate supplies. Now, the Aviansies have a very lucrative drop table. The most valuable thing that I found were the 4 adamant bars. These will drop in noted form if you have the hard Fremnik diaries completed. And another thing to note is that the level 69s and 70 Aviansies have the exact same drop table as the stronger ones. So you don't necessarily need to fight the big bads. You could just kill the smaller ones if that's easier for whatever equipment you have. What's really convenient about killing these guys in the God Wars dungeon, outside of the wilderness of course, is that they tend to find themselves locked in combat with the other God Wars members, and all you need to do is inflict 1 HP worth of damage, and when they die, you get the drop. Granted that no other player also inflicts more damage than you, but other than that, that makes these guys extremely quick to kill. If they're already in combat with another NPC that is attacking them back, they will not turn to face you unless whoever they're fighting manages to die. So a lot of times during this video, you'll see me walking around. I'll fire at one off in the distance, and then I'll change targets and let them both die to their current combatants, and then I just mosey on over and loot the scraps. So all in all, these guys are very quick to kill, really convenient, high value drop table, and with crystal armor, it's honestly just a breeze. The accuracy and the damage that comes from the crystal, and you just protect from range and they can't even damage you. It's amazing. These guys are well worth the trip, and they require no Slayer level to kill. No Slayer requirement in particular, so technically anybody of any level can come here, just poke them for 1 HP worth of damage, and then just wait for them to die from something else. I mean, of course it's faster to kill them yourself, but I'm just saying that it's an option. If you're low level, you're looking for a way to get some money or just adamant bars for whatever reason, come and poke these guys and then just wait for them to die. So I decided to give these guys an honest try for at least an hour. I did my very best to keep track of how many kills I got, but my loot tracker, or at least the loot tracker that's available on RuneLite, has a hard time keeping track of kills, especially when they die to other things besides you. When a Bloodveil kills them, or a Gorak, or even a Pyrophane kills them, it doesn't necessarily count it as your kill, even though you gain the drops. So when it comes to the number of kills, I did my best to count them while reviewing the recording. I'll let you know at the end of the video exactly how many that was. So if you don't have crystal armor or a Bofa to match the number of kills I got within an hour, that's fine. You can just tally up the KC I got and the loot, and then just go for that number, the number of kills, to kind of match up the loot score, and it'll be well worth the time. I mean, if you're a low level and it takes you longer to get as many kills as I did, then that just means that the loot is way more valuable on your account. Low levels can definitely profit from this, as long as you stay out of the wilderness and as long as you don't get crashed by another player. A lot of people who come here to the God Wars dungeon are usually here to fight Armadillo, and more or less, at least when I actually come to fight Armadillo, I will bring ecumenical keys, because farming these guys is a pain, to say the least. I mean, the way I'm doing it right now, I'm starting to rethink that position. But the first time I came here, I lost, I think, a full restore worth of prayer protection trying to get the KC needed to get into fight Armadillo to begin with. But here, I'm burning through my prayer because I don't need it for a boss fight at the end of this. So it's really convenient for me. But I'm starting to see Crystal Armor, a Bofa, just waiting for them to die to something else. It's not bad. It's extremely time consuming, I'm not gonna lie. We're probably already half an hour into this video, and I've only got like 26 Armadillo KC. So it is time consuming to do it that way. That's why a lot of people opt for ecumenical keys, because it's either a long grind or it takes a lot of your supplies. So this is more than likely going to be a free spot for you. If you have the patience and you have the gear and you have access to this area, I would highly recommend at least giving it a shot for a bit, depending on your playstyle. If you're patient like me, then it's definitely worth a shot.
If you guys have any other suggestions of easy monsters to AFK grind for cash, or any other monster you'd like to see me try, just mention in the comments and I'll take a look at it for a future video.
So we're going to do our price check of the final loot that we gathered, and it adds up to 591k. Just look at that stack of adamant bars, blood runes, you get some decent herbs, all that from 180 KC. That is my video for today. 1 hour of Aviansies, and I will see you in the next one.